evening, Bojo entered the park with an elderly person. He introduced him to his friend. Prof. Ahmed was a scientist working in the university. The children started playing while Prof. Ahmed sat on bench in corner. He was tried as he had participated in the Garden Jubilee celebrations of the town. After a while, the children also came and sat around him. They wanted to know about the celebrations. Pro Ahmed told them that after the cultures program, the senior pupil discussed the town's unemployment problem. A plan was proposed to put up a factory by clearing an area of forest just outside the town. This will give the increased population of town a chance to get job. The children were very surprised when Pro Ahmed told them that many people had object to this idea. A view of forest. This is because the forests serve as a green lungs and water purifier system. In nature, Pro Ahmed explained the children were confused. Pro Ahmed realized that the children had not visited a forest. The children also wanted to know more about the forest, so they decided to visit it with Pro Ahmed. Visit to a forest. One Sunday morning, the children packed few things like a knife, hand, lens, stick, and notebook and walked together through a forest trail near a village. On their way, they met Tibu, a young boy of their age of group of nearby village who was taking cattle for grazing along with his aunt. He was very agile, running here and there to keep the herd together. When he saw the children, Tibu also started walking along with them while his aunt went on a different path. As soon as they entered the forest, Tibu raised his hand and signaled them to keep quiet because noise could disturb the animal living in the forest. Tibu then took them to a place at a highest to show them the broad view, the forest. Children were surprised because they could not see any land. The different treetops had formed green cover over the land. However, the cover was not uniformly green. The environment was peaceful and cool breeze was blowing. This made children quite fresh and happy. While coming down, they got excited on hearing a sudden sound of bird and some noise from the top branches of the trees. Tibu told them to relax since it was a normal phenomenon. Here, because of the children's presence, some monkey had climbed higher up on the trees, where they disturb the birds. Animals often give this time of warming call to alert other animals. Tibu also told that many other animals like boar, bison, jackal, possums, elephant live in the deeper area of the forest. Pro Ahmed cautions children that they should not go deep in the forest. Bojo and Paheli remember that they have studied about forest as an example of habitat in class 6. They could see now how the forest provide a home for many animals and plants. Some forest and animals. The land where children were walking was uneven and covered with many trees. Tibu helped them to identify shawl, teak, semel, sesame, neem, palas, fig, care, amla, bamboo, kacha. Pro Ahmed pointed out that there are several other trees, shrub, and grasses in the forest. The forest floor and the trees were also covered with different types of creeper and climber. The sun was barely visible through the leaves of trees, making it quite dark inside the forest. Observe the various things in your home and make a list of those which are made from material which may have been obtained from the forest. You might have many wooden items on your list like plywood, fuel, wood, boxes, paper, matchsticks, and furniture. Do you know that gum, oils, spices, fodder for animals, and medicinal plants? Also, some of the product which we get from the forest based on the product that we get from plants. Try to fill table. One example of each plant is already given. Fill the table by adding more example. Sheila wondered who would have planted these trees. Pro Ahmed replied that in nature's trees produce enough seed. The forest floor provide favorable conditions for them to germinate and develop into seeding. Honey, seeding bags, wooden setters, cactus, gum, and sapling. Some grow up into trees. He added that branches part of trees above stem is known as the crown of the trees. Gum, timber, medicinal, bamboo, sesame, neem, sandalwood. Fro Ahmed asked children to look up and observe how the branches of the tall trees look like roof over the other plant in the forest. He told them that this is called a canopy. Visit a forest or park in your neighborhood. Observe the trees and try to identify them. You can take the help of some elders or books on trees. List the characteristics of the trees that you observe, such as the height, shape of leaves, crown, flower, and fruit. Also, draw the crown of some trees. Pro Ahmed pointed out the trees had crown of different types and size. These had created different horizontal layers in the forest. These are now as a destroy giant and tall trees continues. The top layer followed by shrub and tall grasses and herbs from the lowest layer. Some crown shapes canopy understory. Would we see similar kind of trees in every forest? Asked Bojo. Prohema said no, due to different climatic conditions. There are variations in the type of trees and other plants. The type of animal also differ from forest to forest. A few children were busy watching beautiful butterflies flirting here and there on the flowers or shrubs and herbs. They had a close look at the buses. While doing that, their hair and clothes had seed and thorn clinging to them. They came across numerous insects, spiders, squirrels, ants, and various other small animals on the bark of the trees, plant leaves, and on decline leaves on the floor. They started making sketches of the creatures the forest floor seemed dark colored and was covered with a layer of dead and decaying leaves, fruit, seed, twigs, and small herbs. The decaying matter was moist and warm. Children picked up various seeds and leaves for their collections. Walking over the dead leaf layer on the forest floor was like walking over spongy carpet. It is the decaying matter, always warm. Pro Ahmed suggested that the children could perform an activity to get an answer to the questions.